Tonight on English Encounters of the Mythical Kind, we journey to South Wales in search of a mysterious mallard duck. Is it one? Is it many? We don't know, but we plan on finding out. Are these mallards here for us to find? We're gonna find out. Most people think that it was just in this area, in this lake region, but actually, there's been tales as far as Newport, Swansea, and Pembrokeshire. Hello everyone, I'm your host, Robert Stacks, and welcome to another fascinating episode of English Encounters of the Mythical Kind. Tonight, we travel to Breckon's Beacons, a national park with over 99 miles of hiking. It's just about 4 hours drive from London. So we traveled to this park today, and the scenery is quite beautiful, lovely trails, and honestly, we're actually here for a much darker reason. We're here to investigate a story about killer ducks. A man came into these woods. Actually, no, it was 3 men came into these woods, and then only one came out. He told a story about waterfowl, alcohol, and murder. These murderous mallards must be stopped, ladies and gentlemen. If this is a real story, like I said, it's been hard to get people to interview with us. But what we've been told is these stories stretch far and wide, and these ducks are truly waterfowl. Here, on our never-ending quest to find the mythical and strange kind, we're looking for a certain type of duck, but we don't know which one. It could be the pintail, a godwall. It could be a common golden eye, which is actually the inspiration for the 007 movies. It could be a shoveler, but I think it's the black-bellied whistling duck. I think is the one we're looking for. I think the one we're looking for is the black-bellied whistling duck. Those are the ones that were described in the reports, in the police reports, going back for decades, of the ducks that had attacked these people. But that could be one now. I just don't know. We don't know. Right now I feel quite calm and safe, but I mean, it's quite creepy actually being out here because all the stories I've heard, at any moment these things could just turn on us and attack. I mean, it's a really scary thought. The Marquis of Bute owned much of the land north of Cardiff, but built a steam railway that stretched through most of South Wales. He met his unfortunate end in a suspected hunting accident. Was it a hunting accident? Or were the mallards hunting him? The Laws and South Wales Acts of 1542 created the Court of Great Sessions in Wales, based on 4 legal circuits, yet not one of those legal circuits had an answer for killer ducks. Our first little experiment today is going to be to give them a bit of grub, and let's see if we get attacked. Hello, duckies. Come here, I got something for you. You know, even though you guys aren't human, I am still your host, Robert Stacks. Where are you going? I got food for you. Would you like some food? Here you go. Have some food. Come on, just a slab. So far, they don't seem too aggressive. I really think that they're just...
Robert, this one looks hungry. Throw one at this one.
Chase anything, anyone, even the little ones. We would chase the children. There's been stories in Pembrokeshire of the ducks chasing goats and chasing cats and they'd chase anything. When authorities actually looked back on these reports from George Davies and from others, they realized that the stories of these killer ducks go back for nearly 1,000 years, since the time of like maybe even back to the time of the Druids. So are these ducks that we're looking for a different breed of killer duck, or are they like a leftover from the witchcraft cults of the Druid era? I mean, we just don't know, but that's what we're here to find out. English encounters of the mythical kind. So, ladies and gentlemen, as the story goes, George Davies and two of his friends went hiking in there. It was out in, where we are now, in the, I think it's called Lyn Fan Fach region. It's a very isolated lake with runoff streams and stuff, which is where we're about now. And the story goes is they went in and they were attacked by these ducks, and that's why they said it very well could have been the black-bellied whistling duck, because they were lured in by like I don't know if I could do it, it was like and they wanted to see what kind of bird it was, and they didn't realize that it was a duck, and when they got close, they were just attacked, and two of them were mauled. I don't think, according to George Davies' report, his two friends didn't die right away. They suffered terribly. They couldn't walk, they were hobbled. They were hobbled by these just ferocious beasts. And they bled. One bled to death and one starved to death. And unfortunately, George Davies made it out to tell the story, but they're just duck pellets. Seriously.
Will they eat them? Oh, there he goes. He eats one.
Maybe, because this is a mythical... If these are the mythical ducks, let's try something a little different. Let's try some witchcraft.
Did you not get proper duck food, Rob?
I got proper duck food, I just don't think they fucking like it.
Oh, here comes some. Look,
Okay,
try
let's
these.
Let's try the witchcraft. If these are the mythical ducks, let's try witchcraft. Mama Jika Boo Boo. Hello, I'm your host, Robert Stacks. I'm your host, Robert Stacks. Are they good? Here, would you like some more? Here, would you like some more? Come get it, love. Come get it, love. Oh my god. See, okay, that's...
I missed it, Robert.
That's the black-bellied whistling duck.
They fight for it.
I think they're being aggressive with each other, not with us.
Throw in more, Robert. He's mad.
Would you like some more? The ones with the green heads, they could very easily be left over from the Druids. We are feeding them and trying to entice them into us, but from what we understand from the reports going back forever is that these ducks
when these attacks happen, they're largely unprovoked. I'm a little jumpy out here around these. I'm a little jumpy, I'll be honest with you folks. I've done a lot of mythical encounters and read a lot of strange stories, but this is making me a little nervous.
Are there killer ducks in South Wales? You may never know, but stories continue to be told, and we will report on them. I'm your host, Robert Stacks.
In conclusion, folks, even though we were not attacked on this journey, please be careful when you travel to South Wales, because throughout the centuries, there have been stories of flocks of killer ducks. I'm your host, Robert Stacks. Join me next time on a fascinating episode of English Encounters of the Mythical.
George Davies' family, his friends, the police, even his neighbors, all thought he was guilty of murder, of going on an alcoholic rampage, talking about waterfowl. But in reality, folks, we think it is the black-bellied whistling duck that is the culprit here, and we've moved to a more isolated region in Lindsay, whatever it's called. We've moved to a more isolated region away from the cars. I'm a little bit nervous, but I think this is the best way to maybe, if there is killer ducks out here, maybe we can lure them out. But back to George Davies. He made his report to the police, and he was in jail for I think 2 months. About 2 months he was in jail, and that was before they started looking through I think it was the church. It was his priest who actually saved George Davies, because the priest let us have documents that showed that these killer duck stories go back a very long time, and it substantiates his story, which is amazing, actually. And we reached out to George Davies to try to talk to him. He denied us an interview only here on English Encounters of the Mythical Kind.